I met with Bobby OJ, and it just did not resonate with him.
Materialized, right.
He couldn't fathom of having. You mean you want to do church music and rap?
Right.
And it just didn't matter. He didn't get it, you know. And I knew
Right.
we were just ahead of the game, you know, in terms of that. But major shout out to them, man. They definitely deserve their flowers. Corey Sanders, Reggie Hines, and definitely DJ Derek Bogard.
Now, because I like talking about this. We had Fur on, we had DJ Black on, and so it's like at the time y'all were like trailblazers, you know what I mean? And so kind of paving the way, not only because in anything, any sport, you can look at basketball or whichever sport, it's always those that laid the groundwork that never get any type of recognition.
Right.
Right. And then
Right.
you see people like a Lecrae, like an Andy Mineo, like a Triple E.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You know, kind of taking it off, right?
Right,
But
right.
then those that, you know, kind of, because in the middle, cause we knew way back then, like, it was almost a sin to put that type of stuff on a pulpit, right?
Oh gosh, yes.
Right. You know,
Yes.
to say the least, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, but you, at the time, it was like a perfect time, you kind of being a visionary and kind of seeing it, but then to try to convince others that, you know what I'm saying, like, no, this is going to be the way. We need to, you know, to do this to, you know, to put the youth, now to see what it is now.
Yeah.
Youth groups, like Lecrae and them, like they do, what's it called, Winter Jam. Winter Jam is like the big white evangelical event to where millions of people, you know, kind of do their thing now.
Oh, yeah.
And so how was it growing up in that, not growing up, but being in that time and kind of fighting that fight?
Oh wow.
Like what
was
was
up
that?
because you was how old then? Like maybe
I was about
23?
23, 24. Yeah.
So growing up may be
Yeah.
accurate. So
yeah, I was a young adult.
so what was it like?
Oh man, locally, just trying to open the door, man. It was, you know, we'd have. I'm laughing because I'm
already
thinking
know.
about you. You're trying to get the name out there and outside. And shout out to Breath of Life, Pastor Holloway, and everybody, because that was the base for us.
Yeah.
You know, and so you had that, but that was just an anomaly.
Yeah.
Because once you got out those doors, it didn't resonate with them, and so man, we would do everything from block parties, you know, going to different events, you know, just getting out there, mostly secular at the time because we couldn't get into the church doors. So if they have festivals, events, and stuff like that, we would do that. And I remember one time we were over in West Memphis and had talked with this guy, and long story short, he talked about we wanted the rider, you know, what's the setup and everything. Like, oh, we got you, don't worry about it, we got to take care of. We got over there, they didn't even have a sound system, man. All they had was a boom box.
Yeah.
And they said, well, we could just get your tape and put it up to the microphone up to the box. And we said, no, we ain't doing that because it's not going to be effective. Right. And so you would see that, or churches, you know, they wanted to kind of put them in a box, so to speak. And with Christian hip hop, y'all know this, is that you're kind of in between. You're not hard enough for secular, and then you're
too hard for the church.
and you're too hard for the church.
You a niche of a niche.
Right, exactly.
Pretty much, yeah.
Exactly. And so, you know, having Lecrae, who was here for a few years, and I kind of had an opportunity to work with him a little bit indirectly with ministry and things of that nature. You know, he was here and kind of got a chance to really see firsthand what the music scene was like here.
Now, what, like, just from your perspective, I know even Shay, because he's, you know, one of the, you know, pioneers, I think,
Absolutely.
of, you know, Memphis, you call CHH.
I'm like a little brother, I'm not.
Or whatever.
But we put you
in
that,
the middle
man.
of the first generation.
Yeah, but
And so,
you are an integral part of that.
like,
though, Shay.
what does it look like now to see where Christian hip hop is now and be like, you know, from where y'all were? You know what I mean? Because now it's a whole lot of money into it.
Right.
We seen people that they say, I'm not going to do secular. I'm just going to get in this Christian hip hop because I see the money trail.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so now to be like, is it like a part of you to be like see, like, you know what I mean? Like it was, it's always hindsight when you look back and you seeing like the opportunities that they have now, or when you see like the old NBA players like Charles Barkley, George Gervin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't get to capitalize on the money
Right.
like the players do now. A
Right.
lot of the players from the old days, 60s and 70s, are broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now, but they laid the groundwork.
Right.
And so
Right.
do you get any satisfaction of like knowing that you played either some type of role into where the whole genre is now?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I always say it was all for the glory of God. You
Correct.
Know what I'm saying? So, and that's not to sound super spiritual, but just the fact that we were trying to hopefully impact the lives of young people and people who would not step foot in a church.
Yeah.
I think one thing is important to realize: there's always a evolution of whether it's in sports, music, or whatever. Those that lay the groundwork, of course, they're the ones that kind of started those things. But where the state of hip hop is, or Christian hip hop is now, I'm excited. I'm happy. My children are byproducts of that. They don't really listen to a lot of secular music, right? The most they listen to is like we listen to old school music. That's about it. But like these new artists and all of that, they're not into it. And I'm thankful that I had some role in that, in helping them to see that. And so whether you see a Lecrae or you see what's the guy from California that's big, Miles somebody,
Minnick,
yeah.
Yep.
These guys are making really good money, and I'm happy for them. My only concern, like anything, is make sure you stay true to who you're worshiping, what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, the world sees that as, oh, this is an opportunity, this is the next best thing.
Corporate.
Corporate. And the same thing they did with gospel music.
Yeah.
CCM.
CCM.
Yeah, and all of that.
Yeah.
That these secular labels, buy them up, and then you start compromising and changing. So, I think that's part of it.